How's it going, everyone? Hovey here, and today we're going to do the first part of the Q&A. I'm going to break it down into two parts because there were just so many questions, and I felt like I should make two parts to it. So, to begin things, I just want to say thank you. There were a lot of comments like the one I'm showing right now that just said, congrats on the 30K, and you know, you've been awesome, and that's amazing. To hear that from so many people, it's really, really an honor, and I appreciate it. So thank you to all the comments. I read every single one of them. Sadly, you can't really include every question because that would take a year to make, but I tried to pick the ones that were asked pretty commonly, and yeah, we're gonna go to the first question. So, alright, so kicking it off with the first question is from Oscar. He asks, how did you get introduced to Destiny? Well, I loved Halo, and since I loved Halo, I wanted to see what Bungie was gonna do next after they were finished with it, and that was Destiny. So, that's really the basic answer. Another reason was one of my friends became a developer over at Bungie, so I was definitely wanting to support him and see what he was up to, and you know, it's pretty cool when you're like, hey, my friend helped develop that part of the game, so I was definitely excited for that, and yeah, that's about it. Question number 2 comes from Ryo. He asks, will you play with Sub soon? So this is probably one of the most common questions I get is, you know, will you play with me? And it hurts me to say this, but it's come to a point where I can't guarantee that to anyone because it's really not fair to say, hey, I'll play with you and then not play with someone else because so many people ask, and that sounds cocky as shit, and I don't want it to be, but it's true. You know, a lot of people ask, and it's just unfair if I promise someone, but what I do plan on doing is on Twitch, I'm going to dedicate 2 days, one day to playing with followers and one day to playing with subscribers. And the way that'll be set up is there'll be a raffle system, and you know, before we start playing, I'll say enter the raffle, and then I'll pick some people out and I'll play with them. So I will do that, and I'll make a video about that telling like which days I'm going to do that on. But yeah, it sucks that I can't guarantee I'll play with everyone, but that's just how it works. Sorry. Question number 3 comes from Bullet4211, which is an interesting name. He asks, are you ever planning to review submitted clips from us? Yes, I do. I actually want to do that like as a weekly thing. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I'm going to make a video soon asking for you all to submit clips to a certain email. And yeah, I plan on doing that. Now, I do hope that people that submit it are actually looking to improve. They actually want to be critiqued. I don't want to go getting gameplay of Unbrokens that are going like 40-0 because there's nothing for me to critique with that really. And I want to try and help people. So if you do submit a clip, please make sure you're genuinely wanting to improve. You're not just, you know, subtly trying to brag to me, because it's just no point in that. Alright, question number 4 comes from Anthony. When did you find out that sniping in Destiny is your thing? Well, right away I knew that was going to be what I wanted to do. I don't think it was Destiny that ever inspired me to snipe. I think it was Metroid Prime Hunters, which is the first FPS I ever played. Ever since I've played that game, I have focused on sniping. And the reason I do that is because sniping has the most potential out of any weapon. Doesn't matter how strong certain weapons are, like rocket launchers, the sniper has the potential to kill faster. So that always intrigued me. And the fact that it can do it from any range is what really made me motivated to use it. So yeah, that's pretty much what got me into sniping, is the potential factor of it. Alright, next question comes from Daniel G, and this was a really common question. It is, what is your favorite new TTK weapon? Also, love your videos, they're awesome. Well, thank you very much. But to answer your question, my favorite one right now is Havoc Pigeon. That's a sidearm. But honestly, I have not tested nearly enough weapons. I've probably tested like 5% of the new weapons. I've been pretty busy, and whenever I do get on, I'm usually playing PvP, and it's hard for me to break away from what I'm used to. So like whenever I get on, I'm doing No Land Beyond and Havoc Pigeon, which I need to stop because No Land Bay is sadly not a year 2, which hurts. Neither is Mida. Like that really saddens me. But anyways, I really haven't done enough testing, but for now, yeah, I would say Havoc Pigeon. Alright, question number 6 comes from Michael Dyer, who has been on my channel for a long time now. He asks, how do you and your fire team get along? Anyone rage out? So, as you guys know, I often play with Resolute members, mostly Manigator and Tash, and True Vanguard here and there, but mostly Manigator and Tash, and No, we never rage out. We get along really well. I think that's really important, is to play with people that will not rage, because raging not only hurts you, but it hurts the team. So, you know, who wants to hear someone rage a lot? That's not fun. I think the closest I've seen to someone raging out was maybe Tash getting salty, but it's not like super serious or anything. So, yeah, I've never had anybody rage out on me in Destiny. Now, if you want to talk about Halo, people used to rage all the time in Halo, man. That was super common. People used to quit mid-game because they would just get so pissed. And I'm glad I'm not a part of that anymore, because it's really not good for you. It's kind of stressful, so yeah. Alright, Stranger Danger. When are you going to start leveling up on the X-Bone? It sucks I have to say this, but probably not anytime soon. I'm trying to play other games while I play Destiny because I don't want to get burnt out on it, and playing through Destiny again on the X-Bone and grinding away doesn't sound fun. Like, it just doesn't sound fun to me, and I don't want to burn myself out even more than I already do. So, probably not anytime soon. I'm sorry about that. I know I said I would in the past. It's just not possible right now. Sorry, man. Moving along, Raphael asks, what is your favorite thing in the entire DLC? Also, congrats on 30k, dude. You totally deserve it. Oh, thank you, man. I love your profile picture, by the way. Niku is awesome. I love The World Ends With You. But anyways, to answer your question, probably my favorite thing about the DLC itself is just the new weapons. I guess, do you include patch 2.0 as the DLC? I guess you can. Yeah, my favorite thing is probably the weapon rebalancing. I absolutely love how I feel like I can use multiple weapons now and not feel severely gimped. I also love the fact that I can go into a game and encounter all sorts of other weapons. It's not thorn, 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 last word, thorn, last word. It's great. I love that. So yeah, probably my favorite thing is all the new weapons and the weapon rebalancing. The raid's really cool too, by the way, but I'm a PvP guy, so definitely the weapon stuff. Next up, we have a message from Nomad, and he wrote a pretty long one. I'm not going to read everything that was said there, but I am going to say it's pretty cool that you saw me on the subreddit Destiny the Game, and I'm appreciative that you stuck with me for this long after seeing that. So anyways, how do you like the new subclasses? I like them a lot. I think they're a lot of fun. I think they're unique, which I was kind of worried about that. I wasn't sure if they'd be very unique, but they do feel really unique to me. I think some of the supers, like the Sunbreaker and the Stormcaller, they can last a little too long, in my opinion, in the PvP arena. But other than that, I like them a lot. I think it's been really good. Would you be interested in making a video on your preferred Taken King weapons / exotic weapon upgrade setups? Yes, I would, actually. That's a really good idea, so thank you for that, and I'll try and get on that soon. What are your favorite weapons for now? Like I said earlier, I haven't really tested much, but probably the sidearms. I really like those. Snake125706, interesting numbers there. I wonder where that came from, but anyway, Snake asks, do you see a competitive Destiny scene with tournaments and major prizes happening in the future? What does the game need to get there, and how would you feel about competing at a level like that? I've thought about making a video about this for a while now, so I'm glad you asked. I do see Destiny having a future like that, but it has a lot of steps it needs to take. The first one is custom lobbies. It's kind of ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, honestly, that Destiny doesn't have custom lobbies. I have DS games like Mario Kart on the DS and Metroid Prime Hunters from like 2005, 2006 that had custom lobbies. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, Bungie made Halo CE and Halo 2 and Halo 3 and Reach. All of those had custom lobbies. So the fact that Destiny doesn't have that is probably the biggest disappointment for me. I guarantee, okay, I can't guarantee, but I'm like 99% sure Destiny 2 will have customs, and that is the step we need for competitive scene. Without that, you straight up just can't have anything as far as competitive goes. Do I see myself competing at a level like that? It's a hard thing to say, man. With how I've grown on YouTube and Twitch, I'm mostly focused now on trying just to entertain people, whether it be through, you know, chatting with people on Twitch or just doing really goofy stuff like challenge modes. I'm not really focused on the competitive scene at the moment just because it takes a lot of time to be competitive at a game. I'm sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about if they played Halo or Call of Duty and they tried to do game battles. if you want to be competitive, you got to play with a team consistently. You have to probably, like, I think Halo players, when they were serious, they would play like 4 hours a day with their team, scrimmaging players all the time, and that takes a lot of time. It's hard to run a YouTube, Twitch, and do that, so I don't know if I would do that yet. I'd have to see how much I enjoy it, but it's possible. You know, I like competing, it's just my life kind of changed with the whole YouTube and Twitch scene. Haku-99, which your name makes me think of Aku from Samurai Jack. I don't know how many of you all ever watched that show, but I loved that show, so it's awesome. Your name reminds me of that. But anyways, he basically asks in this question, do you ever have moments where your sniping sensitivity just feels wacky and you start missing a lot of shots? And yeah, man, definitely. I think everyone has that. And it's not always just one factor. Sometimes your shot is just off, and you know, that's just human error. I mean, that's just, it happens to everyone. And sometimes it's the connection. And I know that sounds like I'm blaming lag or something, and that's you never want to do that in the moment, but honest to goodness, like, if you are playing and you get a spike of lag on your connection, your shot will be off. You won't get the same aim assist, or you know, your bullets just won't register sometimes. It happens. It's not really avoidable. And that's a big reason people never really take online tournaments too seriously, because LANs are just so different. If you ever played Halo, maybe Halo 3 especially, because Halo 3 was kind of had a weird netcode. If you ever played Halo 3 online and then you went to LAN, it felt completely different. Your shots felt so much better at LAN. So it's kind of a combination of psychological, human error, and it kind of gets in your head, but it's also partially connection. It can be either one. So yeah, it happens. What you need to do is just stay confident. That's what I do. I don't let it get to me. I pull out my primary if my snipes feel off and get a few kills with the primary, then switch back to sniper, see if it's better or see if it feels better. And I think that's a really good way to get past it, is to bring out your primary. Something that's easier to aim, and if you mess up, it's not that big of a deal. Jared Dondo 1222, thank you very much for liking my slow-mo demonic laughs. I always think those are really awkward, but I think they're funny, so I always put them in. So it's pretty cool hearing someone else likes it. But anyways, you ask, have you ever come across another player you have never played against and impressed of their high skill? Another sniper perhaps that you believed was at equal skill level or higher? Maybe someone in trials or skirmish? Hells yeah, I have, man. I've gotten my ass whipped in a few games. It happens. You find people that are probably just as good, if not better than you. I mean, it happens. There's a lot of players out there. I've had a lot of people say, hey, you're the best sniper. And, I appreciate the compliment, but honest to goodness, there's no way of really telling who's the best in a game like this, because there's no real competitive level at all. And there are a lot of people out there that just have really good gun skill, and they've beaten me, and I've been very impressed with them. So yeah, there are a lot of people that are really good out there. EYQCO, I am sorry, buddy, I have no idea how to say that name, but thank you for the comment. And he asks, what would you say is the best lesson you've learned from Destiny? And this question is a really neat one, because I think it never really hit me how much you can learn from a game. It's not just learning stuff within the game, but being a part of a community like Destiny, it really makes you appreciate a lot of things in life. Personally, I know when I was playing Halo, I never really got into the community too deep. I always just kind of played. But with Destiny, I've been all over the place. I've been on Twitter, I've been on YouTube, Twitch, Reddit, just interacting with people in the community, and it's been amazing. It's made me a happier person. And you can even ask my girlfriend, whenever I get off of like a big Twitch stream, and I'm always smiling because I had so much fun talking to people. And it's, I guess, the lesson that I've learned from Destiny. I don't know if it's a lesson, but I've learned that it's really nice being a part of a community that is supportive. And yeah, that's really it. I know that sounds kind of mushy, but it's true. So thank you for that. Hugo Barrowcow? I'm sorry if I just butchered that, but I'm just gonna go with Hugo. Hugo asks, what is your #1 goal in YouTube and Destiny? So as far as Destiny goes, I don't really have a goal. I just want to have fun. I just want to be a part of the community, have fun with the community. have fun with my friends, my Team Resolute clanmates. Just have fun, really. That's basically the answer. As far as YouTube goes, I want to make a schedule. I want to try and upload at least 5 times a week, maybe more. I know I haven't done that, but it's getting a little more serious and I have a lot of fun with it, so why not give a run at it, you know, why not try? So yeah, I would say my goal with YouTube is to just get better and more consistent with my uploads. Oh, and also to try new stuff, because I don't want to just make the same videos over and over again, like highlights. I would like to expand and try new stuff, so yeah. Andrew Herbie asks, who, besides you, is your favorite Destiny YouTuber? So I'm gonna just tell you right now, I would never say myself in that situation, so you don't really have to say besides you, because if I said myself, that would sound so conceited. I would sound like a douchebag, but not only that, I don't think I'm a very good Destiny YouTuber. I think I could do much better, and I honestly think you guys deserve better, so I'm gonna try and become that better YouTuber. I'm working on that. But anyways, to answer your question, I would say Imtashed, Manigator, True Vanguard, really all the people in Resolute, like Chris. I watch all of their videos. But other than that, probably Mr. Fruit. I think Mr. Fruit is an incredible YouTuber. He's very consistent, he is funny, he's really good at editing. So he's probably the main guy I look up to as far as wanting to be better at YouTube. Alright guys, so that does it for part 1. Sorry it's a little long. I'm trying to get as many questions in as I can. I hope this isn't boring, you guys. It's fun for me to do because I like to talk about some of this stuff. But part 2 is going to be less about Destiny and more about just fun questions. I like to say I'm going to have more fun with it, make some jokes. So stick around for part 2 possibly, tomorrow probably. And I hope you guys enjoyed this at least a little. I know it's a little long, I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next video.